Because I live, so shall you live also. And I, if I be lifted up, shall draw all others unto myself. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though they die, yet shall they live. These are the great promises made by Jesus that become our hope and assurance for coping with grief. This is what holds us up until we reach resolution, the fifth stage of the grief cycle. Somehow down deep we believe that God will do for us and for those we love what Jesus promised. That because he was victorious over death, those whom we have loved and lost will be also. Counselors tell us that the conclusion of the journey through grief is arrival at a place called new normal. Hear that phrase, new normal. It's not a return to normal, a stepping back into that which was and suddenly is again. That will not happen in this world. That which was ended. That which is something new. We still remember the ones we lost, we still regret, we still have moments of sadness. But we finally arrive at a place where we confess that not only does life go on theoretically, instead it has begun to go on for us. We have learned to laugh again. In fact, there are memories of our deceased loved ones that initially brought tears, which now bring smiles and thanks. Some learn to love again, even romantically. It is said that a person who remarries after becoming a widow or widower reveals how satisfying the first marriage was. You learn to step out into the world again, to enjoy activities again, to reclaim and often redefine what family means. No matter how convinced you may have originally been in the midst of excruciating and inexpressible loss that you would never know joy or life again, you do. In a sense, not to do so would detract from the memory of the one you loved. It would identify that person as a source of sadness rather than a source of joy. And it would detract from the essence of love. Can't you imagine the loved one whom you are grieving looking down on you from heaven and saying, "Life is so beautiful and so short, don't miss it. It diminishes my joy in this place to see you so miserable in that place. Grab all the happiness you can while you can, because before all that long, you and I will be reunited anyway." A person who truly loves you would want you to be happy and fulfilled. Ongoing, unresolved grief would grieve them if they thought that our every memory of them became a source of pain. Now, initially, of course, grief and heartache are inevitable. The depth of our pain when we lose someone dear simply reveals the depth of our love that we felt for them. But if that pain goes on unabated indefinitely, then the shape those memories take becomes something they would not desire for you, whom they loved. Furthermore, if our faith is true, then the death we grieve is a misnomer. Do you remember the words of the poet Mary Elizabeth Fry? "Do not stand at my grave and cry, I am not there, I did not die." There comes a time, thank God, literally, when we arrive at a place called new normal, a place where life resumes, where hurts are softened, where smiles begin to creep back in, where loves are discovered, where laughter returns, where an energy for being resumes, where memories become easier to bear, where a sense of adventure reemerges, and where, coming out of the valley of the shadow of death, we embrace life again. When we reach that place of new normal, we honor the ones we lost by celebrating who and what they added to our lives. And we thank the Christ we believe in for granting them what he promised. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though they die, yet shall they live. Think about these two questions. How is time a great ally in coping with the grief process? And how is faith a great ally in coping with the grief process? I'll see you next week on Soul Purpose.